March 3rd. And I wanted to ask the question, are we in World War III? Well, not officially, but by the looks of it, there are now 11 nations that are drawn into the conflict by ballistic missiles being fired from Iran to Qatar and Dubai, and American embassies all across the Middle East. So this is a dying regime that is lashing out on even former allies and current allies of Iran. These people who claim to be one with the Arab world has always sought to destroy it. So that leaves us with the question, how far will we go to eliminate the regime's capabilities? And according to Donald Trump, we are going very far. We are going to go 4 weeks or more. But I've talked to a lot of liberals, and what liberals are afraid of is that Donald Trump is wanting to have another forever war. But I do not believe in that. Like I updated in my short earlier this morning, we are not in the process of colonialism or nation building or destroying nations. What we are as American people is to let the individuals, after 30,000 Iranians were killed for protesting, to let Iranians dictate and determine their own destiny for the individual, not a collectivism, not communism, not socialism or a dictatorship, but the individuals have the power. So as allies, we will topple down the regime's leadership and let the people take over their government. And that's always been the United States goal, to let the people who are in rebellion take over the government that is tyrannical. And everyone always claims that Donald Trump is a tyrant and he's a dictator, but he's actually destroying real dictators who are killing their real people. And their own people do not deserve to have targets on their backs just for voicing their opinion. So as regional conflict continues and more soldiers have passed away, now it's a total of 6 U.S. soldiers, and there were friendly fire on 2 jets that luckily the pilots were able to eject before anything catastrophic happened to the individuals. Planes were gone. And the reason why I do not like the liberals' point of view of war is they're all about how expensive war is. And there was an article saying there's like $700.78 billion spent on the first day of this target. Yeah, I don't know if that's actually true, but all these angry faces and laughing faces were coming from the left on these news posts. And the idea is that they're wanting to spend just as much on healthcare, which ideally every government who's tried universal healthcare it's been a disaster. Look at the VA and how long you have to be on a wait list before you get a surgery done. And what I can say to anyone who wants to spend that much on healthcare and have healthcare be run by the United States government is that the government can never do anything right. Look at the potholes in your city. And we need to find out a way to address people who are so deranged by liberalism that they want to be liberal and liberate themselves from tradition. Tradition has always been defend your country. They're like, we want no wars. Well, that's impossible, guys, unless you want a war on American soil. Because if we don't bring the fight to them, they will bring the fight to us. And instead of seeing school buses blown up in Iran, you're going to see it happen in the United States. And it's already been happening with a shooting that took place. There's a gentleman with a T-shirt that said "Property of Allah," who killed 2 U.S. students. So every city in the United States is on high alert for terrorism attacks. And from someone who's in a city that's kind of, popular right now, I will say that there's been no signs that there are terrorist attacks here in Nashville, but we know that the propaganda that the left is being fed all the time could radicalize some individuals who are not even Islamic. So we don't want that to happen. Traditionally in America, both the left and the right have stood behind a president in wartime, and now this is a wartime president. So I just suggest to everyone, put aside your political beliefs, stand up for our troops, which are our sons, daughters, brothers, and sisters that are going out to fight, and be in solidarity as one people taking out an enemy who has always screamed from the rooftops, "Death to America." And I hope you guys have a good one. This has been an episode of Right Politics, and we'll see you tomorrow.